100%. So we got a comment on YouTube from Patrick says, "Give me some of those Gordon takes." I don't know if he means specifically with cross country, but I will apply it to cross country right now. Now that you've done your mock selection, what are your strongest takes? What do you feel the strongest about going into regional day?
Well, I feel strongest on the men's side that one of Portland or Iona will not qualify for the national championship. That's a big deal because they're both, you know, powerhouse programs. They're the small school, good at cross country type program, and for some reason, they're both kind of having off years right now. Iona,
Mhm.
I thought was a top 10 team. Portland, I thought was like a top 15 team, but both are not running as well as we thought. And I think there's a chance both of them don't make it, but
Mhm.
I think if Iona doesn't make it, Portland gets in, and if Iona does make it, Portland gets bumped out. Now, obviously, other things need to happen, but I think that's kind of like will be the surprise is seeing a Portland or Iona not make the national championship.
And on the women's side?
Women's side, it's just going to be everyone's going to be talking about the tiebreaker. Like it's just everyone's going to be like, "Are you sure?" I mean, we're even going to be like, "Are we sure?" Because
Yeah.
the tiebreaker at the 31st team is going to be between over four teams. And whenever you're breaking a tie among four teams, it's not cut and dry. It's easy to break a tie between two because it makes sense. Head to head,
Yeah.
common opponents, blah, blah, blah. But when you're trying to break ties with four teams, you can have that circular logic where you beat me and I beat them and they beat me. So therefore, aren't we all
Right.
equal? So that's where it can get
Mhm.
a little dicey. So
So
I've had coaches text me asking like, "Am I in? Am I not in?" I had one coach text me, and I told them, "I don't think you're in." And then I redid the numbers, and then I said, "Actually, you're in." And they're like, oh, "Okay, cool." So I was like, "All right." So
there
hopefully
there you
that,
have it.
yeah,
They don't even need to show up to regionals now. Gordon has
they're
put
in.
them
Yeah,
in the meet. What if you're looking at the top teams though, and I'll say top teams, let's say top 10 on both sides. I know this is usually just a hoop they need to jump through and there's very little drama. But who in the top 10 on either the men's or women's side of things is not the most vulnerable to miss it entirely, to get completely upset, but do you think needs a good race or needs to prove something based on what they've done so far in this season?